6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
I hope you're well. Good to be back in the normal studio. So it might sound a little crisper, might sound a little fresher, might sound like we're a little bit more on the ball. In fact, though, what I would say is, I would say we were off the ball today.
Yeah. Sorry.
You just watching videos and on your phone. What was that? What was so important that you had to watch that whilst we were doing our bespoke podcast intro?
If you must know, it was our own Instagram video. It was a story of us giving away the car.
Oh, yeah.
And someone said, I love that you're both wearing grandpa outfits. And so I opened the video to just to see what we were wearing.
Yeah.
But from memory, you were wearing moccasins. I had no shoes on.
That's right.
We both had tracksuit pants and we both had baggy jumpers on.
Which is how we dress at home and how I would like to dress at work every day if we were doing it from basically the place where we slept.
Yep.
Anyway, enjoy the pod.
Liam, have you got a memory chest?
Oh, yeah, like a, like your mum might make it up and it's got like, the lock of your first haircut or something like that, and your just like keepsakes from your life.
Yeah, you go through life and you have moments and things happen.
Might be like a sock from when you're a baby or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think as you're younger, you always know you've got it, but you never really think much about it. We have, it was my older sister Bianca, my older brother James, and then me. We all had big like chests, or they were kind of like oversized briefcases.
Yeah, mine's a cardboard box, but Mum's wrapped it with Christmas wrapping, and it's got my name printed on a nice bit of cardboard.
So every time she wants to put something in there, she has to unwrap it?
Oh, no, the box has a lid, but it's also been wrapped.
Wow.
So the lid's been wrapped separately to the box.
Okay.
It's quite a nice job, actually, and it says Liam Peter James on the front
Nice.
of it.
And so where is that?
That'd be in Mum and Dad's wardrobe, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is why I bring it up, because my mum very recently brought up to me the memory chest, and she said, "When are you going to take it?" I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Well, it's just sitting there."
It's for her, right? Like it's your parents' keepsakes of you.
I guess, but then when they sadly one day pass away, I will inherit that.
Yeah, it's a few years away though.
But I think Mum's getting it on the front foot.
just trying to clear out a little bit.
Well, she said to me, "When are you going to take it?" And I said, "Well, I had no plans on taking it, Mum."
Yeah.
So now there's this memory chest where Mum doesn't want it and I don't want it. I don't want it in my house. So it's just kind of sitting there.
I have it.
Hey?
I'll have the Ben memory chest. I'll take that off your hands.
What do you want it for?
I don't know. We're very close. It'd be nice to have some sort of, some mementos of my own.
Right, so you'll be
your formative years.
You'll be the new keeper of the Ben memory box.
Yeah, I could have a jar of your baby teeth, or I don't know. That'd be pretty sweet.
Would you? Because obviously, if you're the keeper of it, you have to continue to add memories.
Oh, yeah. So perhaps if you was just sort of like, you got your headphones on at work and then you just feel something, you think you hear a snip and that's just me. Oh, yeah. That's your hair. That's your mid-20s hair.
Yeah.
And I just scribble that away in my little bag.
Knowing you seem like you should be the keeper of my memory box.
I would probably, I think I would be keeping up with the memories.
Yeah. All right, well, look, I'll get it off Mum's hands.
Seriously?
And you can be the new custodian.
Oh, sweet. Well, maybe could you get it today? I mean, it'd be what we could do tomorrow is you could present me the box
and you go through it.
I could go through your special
like
memories.
A stock take.
yeah, just so we can prove on air, like if anyone tries to steal anything from the box later in the day.
All right, let's do that, and tomorrow you can go through it.
Nothing beats a cozy winter getaway or escaping to a tropical paradise. Whatif.com helps you make up for getaways you've missed. Plan and book everything travel all in one place. Jump online or on the What If app. What If? It's Aussie for travel.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Yep, the 610 quiz. If you get all the questions right, you get to choose the next song we play.
Raquel in Murray Bridge has just dropped off the line, which means we're going to move to Ben in Marion. How you doing?
Good, thanks. How you going?
Not too bad, mate. What are you up to this morning?
I've already started work, unfortunately, like you guys. So,
jeez, it's a hard
in front
life.
of a computer.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do for a crust?
I'm an estimator.
Oh, right,
What does that involve? You just estimate different things.
Electricals, but it's not too easy. So
All right, well,
yeah.
look, let's see how good at your job you are, because we've got 5 questions here. How many do you estimate you'll get?
1.
Okay. Well, let's see how you go with the
Hey,
first one.
better start low.
That's it, and then you can only go up. So the most popular baby names in Australia have been revealed, and Charlotte has been knocked off the top spot. Charlotte is the name of a city in which country?
Oh, hang on. I thought you were going to ask the next baby name. I actually have no idea.
No idea? Come on.
No, I'll guess something. I'm going to go. Charlotte's going to be somewhere in the UK. So
Nah.
Oh, sorry,
Your estimate
Ben.
was wrong. You couldn't even get one right. We're going to have to move on to Julia in West Lakes. Good morning, Julia. The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie has hit
Hang on,
Netflix's...
you've got to answer the first one.
Oh, sorry. I moved on. Yeah. Julia, where's Charlotte?
Like a city, country,
Yeah.
in the US.
It is, yes. The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie has hit Netflix's top 10 during the Johnny Depp trial. What are the little orange factory helpers called?
Oompa Loompas.
Oh, yeah. An 84-year-old woman has gotten her college degree after nearly 7 decades. What degree do you have?
I don't have one yet, but I'm still studying
What are you studying?
criminology and psychology.
Oh,
For the record as well, neither Liam and I have a degree either.
Well, I did do a semester, so maybe I'll go back and finish that media degree at some point. Hopefully I'll get a job in it. On this day in 1969, the Apollo 10 space mission returned to Earth. Which planet is between Saturn and Neptune, Julia?
Hang on.
It's the funniest response.
It's a funny one.
What was that, sorry?
Uranus.
What's your language, Julia?
Bit rude. No need to talk about that. We're talking about space here. Oh, sorry, you've answered Uranus. Yeah, correct. Just never gets old. What a funny planet. The huge Festival X lineup has been revealed, with it coming to Adelaide in December. Looks actually pretty sweet, Julia. Calvin Harris is going to be headlining. Can you finish these lyrics?
And there's no stopping us right now.
I feel so close to you right now.
Very good.
Yeah, so good, Julia. Well, appreciate you coming on this morning. You are in the draw to win $10,000. How good's that?
Yeah. Keen.
The only thing better than that is hearing a bit of Leona Lewis this morning. Just bleeding that love all over the room.
I don't think you want to hear Bleeding Love this morning, Julia, do you? You want to hear my song, bit of Plain White Tees.
Oh, it's what you do to me.
Come on, Julia. It's gone on long enough.
Julia, what would you like to hear this morning?
Let's go with the first one.
Oh, come on.
I reckon
Come on. It's a good song.
Ben's been trying to shift Plain White Tees for literally a fortnight now. But
Sometimes you get stuck with a bad one, and I get it. But this is actually a good song that no one's choosing.
I mean, if we talk to the statistician, the predictor that we spoke to
Oh,
first,
the estimator.
yeah, you would know that is probably not the case. Hey, look, great choice, I think, Julia. Leona Lewis, Bleeding Love on Nova. Good morning.
Ben and Liam are in your head.
Ben, an Adelaide mother of one, had a frightful night after she was shopping late and the staff went home. She was locked in Paramount Browns.
It could be a part or a spare. It might be just one or a pair. A dozen or score. There's one thing for sure. You'll never know what you'll find there. Oh, you'll find it in kilos and pounds. You'll find it on heaps and on mounds. In gallons and liters, in yards and in meters. You'll find it at Paramount Browns.
South Australia's leading processors of non-ferrous scrap metals on Cavan Road in Jeps Cross, famous for their many ads on television.
Yes.
So She was properly stuck there. They found her in gallons and litres, yards and in metres. They found her in bloody Paramount Browns. She's okay. She found like an emergency number, I think. I think it's...
Right, so it must happen quite often then.
Yeah, it's pretty big. They got things in gallons and litres, as we've heard.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a big place.
Yeah.
I've heard arguments that Paramount Browns should be its own state.
Yeah.
And have, be run by its own laws and have its own police and that sort of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I think she found an emergency number, because obviously this isn't the first time, laminated somewhere. She's called that.
Yep.
And then, Paramount Brown himself was there to open it.
Isn't it funny, talking about Paramount Browns, like even there, we've just heard the full 30-second ad. You've even kind of run through what's there, but I still couldn't tell you what you'd find at Paramount Browns. I couldn't tell you what they sell.
Admit, it does seem, because she was with her baby as well, it does seem funny that a mother with a baby's like, what are we going to do today?
Paramount Browns.
Let's see if we can find 8 kilos of copper in Paramount Browns.
But is that what they sell? Because you find it in gallons and litres. What? What are they? What? I don't know. What is it? Water? Petrol?
If it's fuel, we should be getting our petrol from Paramount Browns.
Is it containers that can hold liquid? Is that what they're selling? I don't know.
Yeah. Yards and meters. Like
of what?
Meters of
rope? I don't know.
I think it's steel and scrap and that sort of stuff.
So you find litres of scrap?
Well, I suppose there is. It does insinuate there is some liquids that are to be found.
Right, yeah.
I suppose that's the magic of it. You don't really know what you're going to get until you get there.
You don't know what you're going there
and then
for.
when you get there, you might get locked in.
I wouldn't mind. We should go to Paramount Browns and record the experience. Like, what do we see?
Spend a night at Paramount Browns. Ben and Liam's night at Paramount Browns.
Now, producer Belle did track her down, and she declined to come on the show.
Yes, declined our offer. So I think Paramount Brown's mum was a bit distressed about the whole situation of being locked into Paramount Browns.
She did give us her blessing to talk about the story.
Which
we would have done anyway.
To be fair, it's news. We would probably, we don't need to check with the source normally. Thank you for your blessing.
We've also done a bit of discussion about what you'd actually find at Paramount Browns this morning, because we all know, as an Adelaide person, you know the place, but a lot of people haven't actually been in there. You can get a go-kart for $999, $1,000 for a go-kart.
Operational?
Fully operational. Look at that. That's like I was on the website. Look, it's like a legit go-kart.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, $1,000.
They should have that in the song. Yards and in meters, we also do go-karts.
They're pretty cheap.
You'll find it at Paramount Browns. Why do we do this morning? 13-24-10. Did you get locked in? You know, you hear these stories sometimes. Like, imagine if you were at the toilet.
Yeah.
In the toilet or whatever, at the shops, and the shop's just closed.
Yeah.
Would that happen? I mean, I don't know. I suppose there is some
I reckon
situations
car parks and things would close at certain times.
Yeah, that's true. Did you get locked in? Ellen, did you get locked in as well?
Yes, I did.
Where at?
I was in the shopping centre.
Oh, which one?
Parabanks. In Salisbury.
So what was happening? Were you just in there like late doing shopping and they locked the door? What happened?
Yeah, so girlfriend and I went shopping on a Thursday night and decided let's go get a pedicure.
Yeah.
So we went into nail place, pedicure, end of the pedicure. They're like, all right, no worries, have a good night, see you later. We walk out and hang on a minute. Everything's shut. How do we get out?
Right. So did you have to, was there a security guard walking around or?
Yeah, eventually. We wandered around for about 5-10 minutes and then we ran into security. We're like, how do we get out?
Yeah, that's like a kid's dream, though, being locked in the shopping centre.
Yeah, maybe you just spend the night having a sleep on one of those massage chairs.
Yeah. That also kind of feels like, I don't know if you've ever had this before, but when you go to the cinema and it's the last session.
Yeah.
And as you're leaving, they're starting to lock everything up.
And you're like, whoa. Yeah, you know when they're bringing the roller shutter down on the Maccas, it's pretty late.
Peter.
Morning, fellas.
Where'd you get stuck?
I got stuck in a sick room at high school.
The sick room? Like, you went there because you had a headache or something and they just locked you in there?
I was a bit crook, so I went there and fell asleep. Next thing I wake up at 7:30 and I'm all locked in.
Oh, they forgot about you.
That's so bad. Where's the duty of care?
So what
happened? What were your parents thinking?
Well, I lived across the road, so I managed to back out of the sick room, went home, and Mum said to me, well, your dinner's been eaten.
Was she not concerned about where her son could have possibly been?
Like you were a real free-range child, Peter.
Yeah, just allowed to roam free. Graham, did you get locked in?
Yeah, I got locked in Stringfellows nightclub in London when I was 18.
Sorry, I missed that, Graham. You got locked in what?
A nightclub?
Yeah, Stringfellows in London.
I'm not familiar, but was it... So what... I mean, surely nightclubs, you know, they run pretty late. Obviously, you were having a bit of a rager. How did you manage to get locked in?
I'd actually passed out, and my friends pushed me under a bench where they were sitting on, and they pulled a couple of young ladies and left me under there, forgot about me, and the cleaner found me at 5 o'clock in the morning and called the police.
Oh, wow. That's a wild one, Graham.
Yeah, they all got to go home with ladies, and you were stuck sleeping under the bench.
Let's see if we can get one more on. Simone, good morning. Where'd you get locked in?
Good morning, Ben and Liam.
Good morning.
I got locked in at the Bunnings at Kent Town.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'd been having a bit of a drink at the pub across the road the night before.
Yeah.
So I did the right thing and left my car in the car park. I came back the next day to get it, and it was surrounded by pallets of plants and trees.
So your car was
I
locked
thought
in.
you'd spent the night
In
inside Bunnings warehouse, and you had to look for little bits of sausage that people may have dropped from their shopping the day before to get you through the night.
Leopod Mencast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
Good morning, Belle.
Hi.
Yeah, look, you know how we feel about outlandish claims, Belle. I mean, if someone says they can do something, they've got to prove that they can do it. And you probably know what's about to happen here, but you slipped into passing a couple of days ago.
I'd say bragged.
Yeah, it was a humble brag that you play piano and that you know a few pop songs. And I just find it weird that in, like, almost 6 years that you never sort of thought this would be worthy of mentioning.
Firstly, I've definitely told you before.
You
that
never have, no.
piano.
I reckon you told us you had drum lessons.
Yeah,
yes,
drums.
and I told you, I said drums, but then earlier in life, I was like, we had to learn an instrument at school, and I did the piano.
Look, drums are
Easy
very
way
different.
out.
Drums are, you know, that's a street instrument. There's something primal about that. You know, everyone can play the drums, but I mean, the piano. I mean, you know, tinkling the ivories.
Yeah. It's
giving the old Joanna a workout. There is, you know, that's Beethoven's instrument. That's not something that everyone can do. And I mean, you need to have the right fingers. You need to have the right poise.
But this is also in the past. Like, I did it at school. I'm saying, like, I said to you, I was about, like, 13 or 14.
I feel like you're distancing a bit.
You're backing out, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I know that I can still do it.
Have said it, therefore you have to prove it, okay?
Yeah. I think a couple of days ago you said, from now on, call me Belton John.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
We have brought in a little piano. It's sitting up here on the desk, Belle. So how long's it been since you've played?
Since I lived at home. So what's that? It's 8 years ago.
Yeah. Belle, you grew up in Melbourne. You went to a very high-class school.
You had a holiday house.
Quite a nice upbringing, yeah, you know, holidays in South France. Is this the sort of piano you used to, a Casio?
No.
You've probably never touched a Casio before, have you? Yeah.
We had a grand piano.
Of course you did, yeah. Some sort of like Yamaha-type situation in the lounge room.
No, oh my God, it was made of wood and it was a beautiful, huge grand piano.
I think Yamaha do some pretty good wood ones, don't they?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I've never seen a grand piano in real life. Grew up in the burbs.
All right.
Okay, well, this is the song that Belle claimed she could play, which is a slow start, I suppose, but it's Miley Cyrus's "The Climb."
I can almost see it.
A beautiful song.
That dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice.
There's a few key changes in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
You'll never
Quite piano forward.
Yeah, I would say. Do you do the vocals as well, Belle? Because you said you could do a pretty good rendition.
I've never said that I can sing. I have never said that.
Well, look,
I can get the lyrics up if you...
Enough is enough. I think, Belle, it's time you step up to the Joanna and you tinkle those ivories.
Yeah, good. All right, hang on. Let me just... All right.
Okay, here we
Is it
go.
on?
Yep. Oh, there you go. Yep. Okay, so this is producer Belle. She claims she can play the piano. We've never heard it before. And she's about to give us a live rendition.
It's been a very long time.
All right, you just work the keys out.
Hang on. All right.
She's going to give us a live rendition of The Climb.
Okay, yep.
From
Cool.
Miley
Got it.
Cyrus. Okay, here we go.
All right, so keep The Climb by Miley Cyrus in your head. Close your eyes. You're at a Miley concert.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
No, wait. Yeah, no, that one. It's just...
There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna make it move.
Your journey of learning the piano is a little bit like The Climb.
Yep.
It's an uphill battle.
Yeah.
It was 10 years ago.
Well, look, You're going to face struggles, but you got to take the chance, just like Miley.
God awful. Ugh, stop it.
Here's another bit of curry.
Second chance, second chance, second chance, second chance.
On your radio. Sometimes if we do something and we like it enough, we'll just come back and do it again the next day. Yesterday we were talking about being bougie on a budget. Just the little things that make you feel fancy, because I've got serviettes at my house, like cloth serviettes. They're only like 20 cents each, but you feel like you're at a restaurant. Every night I have dinner, I have the restaurant experience. I have the serviette on my lap. I can, can tuck it into my shirt if I see fit.
Yeah. We got a call, Liam, from Lorraine, and she was living bougie on a budget.
Since the kids were little, I've always set crystal wine glasses on the table, and in the decanter we have water, and if we're celebrating, we'll put Coke in it.
Oh,
wow.
I love that. Decantering the Coke, as we said, it'll just go flat and it'll end up with ants in it. But still, I respect how bougie that is. Debbie has given us a buzz on 13 24 10. What little things make you feel fancy, Deb?
Well, my husband, when we do go out to hotels, we're always we get up late, so we order breakfast in bed. So literally, he collects the jams and the butters and puts them away. And lo and behold, when it's Mother's Day or some special day for the kids, he'll bring them out and make it all special for us.
Oh, you have the little jam experience.
Mr. Scrooge, eat your heart out.
Yeah, how good is that?
Yeah, I must admit, I feel like that's more like living on a budget rather than like bougie.
But then you do have that one day a year when you get to feel super bougie.
Yeah.
I suppose he also might bust out the little spirits that he gets on a plane.
That's not bad, Debbie. Thank you very much. On the text line, Liam, Kat said, I like this one a lot. I always fold the next square on the roll of toilet paper into a little triangle.
Oh,
you know when you go to a fancy hotel and they folded it into a triangle? That's great.
Sharu, bougie on a budget. What are the little things that make you feel fancy?
Hi, Belle and Liam. Morning. Yes, my little kids, they love sushi for dinner. So when we go out for shopping and in the shopping centre, we do our shopping first and then goes to the sushi towards when they're closing and get all the sushi on discount. So the kids love it as their treat, and we do bougie on a budget.
That's a little bit fancy. It's not just your regular dinner. Yeah, I get it. A little bit continental. Okay. Paris. Can I say a rather bougie name?
Yeah.
Paris already. How are you bougie on a budget?
So my dad has this weird thing for painting everything in the house gold, but he's taken my sister's gold paint from Cheapest Chips and he's painted the weight set that we have. So the bar, the individual weights, like everything is painted with this cheap gold.
So people think your like 20 kilo plates are literally just like solid gold 20 kilo
Some
plates.
gold-plated weights, yeah.
Sorry, I missed that second. So you're saying your sister works at Cheapest Chips and he gets the paint from her?
No, it's just the stuff that she's bought when she was a kid, and it's just been sitting there in the cupboard, so he's taken all of that.
And painted it gold?
Yep, painted everything in the house gold.
What?
Where are you, Keith? Honey, I'm just in the garage. I'm painting all of our cars. Gold. We'll look rich.
Ben and Liam love you.
We are joined now by Brownlow medalist and an unofficial third member of the team, Mr. Ollie Wines.
Ollie, 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 Ollie! Talking.
Morning, Ollie.
Morning, guys.
I must apologise there, Liam. I didn't have the intro ready, so you did a good job stalling.
Yeah, did you see that, Ollie? See what I have to put up here?
Yeah, I did.
This happens sometimes, like when we realise, oh no, we don't have the intro for the thing.
Ollie, I was very excited for you to come in this morning. Big Charlie Dixon, can we expect to have him back out there on Sunday?
I think he's going to be a big chance,
Yeah, okay.
So he rolled up to Loxton on the weekend for the Magpies and had a really good day. And look, the conditions might not suit him, but we love the ball on the ground, so he can provide a contest. So fingers crossed he's right for Sunday.
Obviously, Todd Marshall has been absolutely killing it. I'm seeing like fan pages pop up for Todd on Instagram and stuff. People are loving him, which is awesome. I'm excited to see Todd, because obviously Charlie will get the big man, so I'm excited to see Todd get a bit of space in the forward 50. But also, we said, hey, if you've got any questions for Ollie, text us 0400 919 919. Got a few questions. No name on this one, but they said, Ollie, do you still train in the rain?
Yeah.
What do you think they call training officers raining?
No, obviously they don't.
No,
but this person was wondering.
Yesterday, so we did yesterday, and I think it's going to be wet tomorrow.
Yeah,
so.
I'd be blown away if you said no.
Ken's like, no, boys, no. I don't want anyone getting colds. It's looking a little dewy out there.
We know the answer to this one from Reese, but I'll ask it because Reese has asked it as well. I'm pretty sure the first week you came in, we asked you this question, but it said, if you weren't an AFL player, what job would you be doing?
Did I say pilot?
I thought it was train.
Oh, yeah, well, I've got, like, different categories of job, like my dream job or ideal job.
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
So hang on,
I would have been a pilot, but I'd love to be a train driver. I live in Mile End near the train line, and when I'm walking the dog and a freighter train comes past, I love sitting there and just watching it. And like,
this is so funny. We were talking about this earlier off air. You seem like, in the best way, a very simple man. Like you're
talking about me off air.
We were just saying, because we were talking about how you've got a remote control car. Is that right?
Yeah, I have built that. Yeah.
And we were saying how we love just the very simple things in life keep you amused. You're like, you love watching a freight train, and you love driving your car, and you love winning Brownlows.
So, Ollie, what do you do to unwind after a busy game? I just get a deck chair and I sit near a train line and just go, if only I didn't pursue this whole footy thing and become a Brownlow medalist. I could be sitting on that train there.
How is the remote control car going?
It's going well, yeah. No, so I've finished that. I had to paint the body, so I did a cool little design. I have to bring a photo in for you.
Yeah.
Showed the boys in the car park the other day, and Darcy Byrne-Jones and Riley Bonner were like blown away. They were seriously like, wow, this thing's quick. Like,
yeah, right.
How far, like, what are we talking here?
It probably goes so it's more a racing one, but it would go at 80 k's an hour.
80 k's an hour? Was it like
quick.
petrol?
No, it's electric.
Oh, it's electric. Oh,
is it one of those ones where, like back in the day, you have like the paper and every week you get a new part? Or have you like specifically bought like a custom thing?
Yeah, it's the same, but I got all the parts at once.
Right, and then you assemble it.
2 weeks. Yeah.
Right, and then you just drive around the car park.
It's something I think you'd be very interested in.
I reckon I'd love to see it.
We've got to do something with this remote control car for sure. I also love the idea, like, could you imagine the papers would never ever drop it if you, like, drove that electric car into a port player's ankle or something and they missed the game that week. Ollie Wines drives electric car at 80 k's an hour through shattering an ankle.
So look, we've got one more game before the bye. You got the Dons. How's everyone feeling before this, I think, pretty big game?
Yeah, no, really excited. Look, it's been an interesting start to the year for us. We recovered really well after a poor start, and we lowered our colours on the weekend against Geelong, but we really need this game to go in at 5 and 6 at the bye and set up our back half of the year. I think in the past we've been really good in the back half of the year, so we've got confidence there. We've just got to win this one to take the momentum into the bye.
There's also been like a little bit of gossip going around about GWS wanting Kenny to go over, Ken Hinkley, of course, over to their club. How does Ken go with the gossip?
Breaking stories. I have not heard.
You haven't heard that? There's a few little rumour articles going around. Is Kenny good with the gossip, or is he just like a water off a duck's back?
Yeah, he's water off a duck's back. He doesn't look too much into that. He's got all his focus on us, and he's committed to us. So
that's good to hear.
Well, Ollie, good luck for the game. What is planned for the bye weekend? You're just going to sit near the Gawler line? What are you thinking?
Oh, we haven't locked in anything at the moment. We'd like a little golf trip, but I don't think too many guys are keen to get out of SA.
Mate,
so
I'll come.
I'll be there. Put his hat in the ring. Well, I'm sure that is. Yeah. I'm sure you're not going to hear back. Well, we'll see you. We'll see you in 2-3 weeks when you come back on the show, Ollie. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
You're on Nova.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet. Twitter.
Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well, very exciting. Today is the world premiere of the new Elvis movie.
Looks good, doesn't it? Baz Luhrmann, Tom Hanks is in it. That's why he was in the Gold Coast with COVID at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's who was filming the Elvis movie, yeah.
Yep, and the lead is Austin Butler. Now, some news has come out, though, this morning that he has just said in an interview that after filming finished, like the next day, he got very, very sick with a virus like appendicitis, and has said that it was because he immersed himself in the role so much that his body started like breaking down and it didn't go so well trying to live the lifestyle that Elvis did.
Must be so hard being an actor. You got some people there working on the factory line, 10 plus hours a day, but I mean, he was just thinking about being Elvis too hard, and then he just... he could have died of a heart attack on the toilet.
Then again, if he was
embodying him so hard,
if he was a method actor and he was eating those deep fried peanut butter sandwiches, that'll do something to your body.
Yeah, he threw himself into it. You know, he gave it his all. Look what happened. Let's see you guys doing that.
Liam will eat a peanut butter sandwich if you want him to.
I can eat like Elvis if you guys want me to do that for a week. That's for sure.
Okay, now I do just want to talk about the huge news of yesterday. Now, we woke to the news of the horrific school shooting in Texas, where now 19 students and 2 teachers have passed. Now, yesterday there was one video, though, that really got the world's attention. I don't know if you guys saw this one. It was the Golden State Warriors coach. So we're talking a basketball coach, Steve Kerr. And he's got everyone talking because he used his NBA press conference yesterday to not talk about basketball, but he actually used it to plead with US senators to do something about the state of gun laws in the US.
And are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. There's 50 senators right now who refuse to vote on H.R. 8, which is a background check rule that the House passed a couple of years ago. It's been sitting there for 2 years. And there's a reason they won't vote on it, to hold on to power. So I ask you, Mitch McConnell, I ask all of you senators who refuse to do anything about the violence and school shootings and supermarket shootings, I ask you, are you going to put your own desire for power ahead of the lives of our children and our elderly and our churchgoers? Because that's what it looks like.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it? Like over in the US, they're saying, well, fair enough, you might not be able to get rid of guns completely because it's in the Constitution and all that, and they might never be the same as they are in Australia. But the fact that you can be 16 and go into essentially like our equivalent of like a Woolies or Coles and get a gun, and you can get semi-automatic weapons before you can legally drink. It's no wonder why this is happening.
Exactly, and that's what he's saying. He's trying to get that passed so that there will be background checks and no one can walk in.
His dad was shot dead as well. I don't know if you've seen the Michael Jordan documentary. No, Michael Jordan's dad also shot dead. They both played together on the Chicago Bulls team, and both their dads were murdered by gun violence. So maybe that's why he was also so riled up about it yesterday.
Well, coming back home, we only did just have our 3 bachelors revealed for this year's season. As we all know, it was a bit of a talking point about the diversity and everything. But now, hey, we might be down to 2 already. One of them is already in hot water after their old Facebook statuses have been made public.
Is it, just off a guess, is it the one that looks like Machine Gun Kelly?
Correct.
Oh, yeah, Machine Gun Smelly.
Now, we're talking 11 years ago he made these Facebook statuses. He was about 14 at the time. I'm not going to read them out, but yeah, he's distanced himself and said he didn't remember writing
But
them.
then if people don't know, then how can we judge?
Just read one, Belle.
Hey, look, I've got a few here. Liam, be my guest.
I'll read it. To everyone who entered the and myself are going to... So just watch out, because there's a storm coming, kids. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's pretty bad.
How does a 14-year-old even know those words?
I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. People are calling for him to be removed, so we'll see.
All right.
Ben and Liam are in your head.
And obviously now we are doing the show back from the studio because Liam and I have been found. We were in Manapara the whole time, the last 3 days. But because we were being kidnapped together, Liam, that means we were living together.
Of course.
And you and I know each other very, very well. But there was something you were doing in the house that it was scaring me. Mm-hmm. You were eating in the danger zone.
Yeah, it was an Airbnb. Are you referring to the butter situation?
Yeah, the butter.
Yeah.
That had mould in it, mind you.
Yeah, there was a butter in the fridge, and look, you decided not to have the butter because there was mould in it. It'd probably been there for a while.
A long time.
I decided to eat around the mould, pick around it, because my theory is that there's probably crumbs from bread at some point that have ended up in the butter. And that's what the mould spores are coming from.
You right over there, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Your laptop's going crazy.
Sorry, mate. It's your first day in radio? Gee whiz.
Producer Andy?
Put that on silent, yeah.
Come on, mate. Sorry, guys. A little
bit unprofessional, but we'll press on.
The crazy thing was, Liam, was you scraped the mould off. You scraped the mould off, and then you just used the same knife to butter your bread.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Well, I'm okay.
You are okay, that's fair.
If anything, I've improved my immune system a little bit, and I've got better gut health.
You got a lazy eye now.
Yeah. I feel like I've just woken up from a coma, but I'm okay. Yeah. No, but look, that's the thing. Sometimes You eat in the danger zone. You know, maybe something's a little past expiry date, but it looks all right. Smells all right. So why not? I'd like to hear from some people this morning who've been eating in the danger zone. 13 24 10. What did you eat? What did you eat that was out of date? Maybe you're like me. You don't mind eating around the mould a little bit. I'm not really into food waste.
Yeah. So. Did you risk it for the biscuit? Literally. Did you take a risk to eat a biscuit? I don't know. 13 24 10 is our number. We're joined now by Julie.
Good morning, boys.
Sorry, Julie, we wanted to play the thing we made, so we played it pretty loud over the top of you. But
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. What did you eat?
I ate a year out of expiry date baked beans.
Ooh, all right. Well, I mean, like tons of preservatives. I mean, and so you just opened the lid and it sort of seemed good to go still?
Yeah, it was good to go until it got down to the bottom and there was a bit of mould. And
well,
I was
the
like,
thing is, though, yeah, that's pretty gross. But if we've learned anything from zombie movies and like post-apocalyptic movies, that canned goods are the last thing you'd survive on.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, but the baked beans, I don't know when they expire. Like that.
No.
Surely you bought those baked beans in the 90s because I reckon they got
Even then, I reckon that'd probably be all right.
They got a fair while on them, that's for sure. Maddie, good morning.
Morning.
Were you?
Hang on.
Sorry.
No. Not again. Sorry, Maddie, we never really nailed that. We'll get it on the third time round, I'm sure. But yeah, were you eating the danger zone?
Yeah, my dad ate, I think, a 14-day-old milk.
Ooh. You say 8 because that's a liquid, but
on it.
I'm assuming it's so thick that he had to chomp through that milk.
Oh, goodness. Yeah,
yeah. You actually know my dad, Cheeky.
Oh,
hang on.
Early.
Neville Secafine.
Yeah.
I didn't realise we were joined by royalty this morning.
Two Wells royalty.
Two Wells. The first team coach of the Two Wells Roosters, Cheeky Serafino.
So, Secafine.
Serafino. Yeah, well, he prides himself on 14-day-old milk.
Hang on, so Cheeky had milk that was expired 14 days ago?
Yep.
Oh God,
that's cheeky though.
That is cheeky.
That's cheek, and that's the sort of ethos that he instilled in the Two Wells Roosters. We'll send our love, Maddie. Thank you for that. This is going well. Gee whiz. Man, are you living in that danger zone?
Yes. Well, not me, but my mum. She went shopping and went cook her sausages 2 nights later, chicken sausages, and realised they were still in the boot and still ate them.
No.
That is...
Get out of here.
That's flying close to the line. Boot sausages.
She was sick for a week.
Yeah.
I bet she was.
You can't be leaving chicken out in the boot.
So many things we've had where it's like, like mayonnaise or whatever, it's been in the fridge or whatever. But that's like, I get that. That's processed.
Yeah.
Chicken sausages.
You know what? I as someone who flies regularly in the danger zone, I appreciate someone going that hard.
Yeah.
Just going strap in or strap on. Like, I paid for these sausages, I'm going to eat them.
That's like turning your plane sideways and trying to fly, between two mountains.
Literally.
That is the danger zone.
Jeanty, have you been living in the danger zone?
Sure have, boys.
What did you eat?
I had KFC in the morning and ate the burger and the chips and filled up and then left it in the car for 12 hours on a 30-degree day and ate the chicken later and, yeah. Mrs. called me an idiot and then she said I'd get sick and I was ended up fine, so.
You were okay?
How did it taste?
That was good. Perfect.
You know what? If you think about it,
I think the sun kept it heated.
That's it. That's it. You know, they keep the chicken in one of those warmers.
Yeah.
But that 33-degree heat, that's just keeping that chicken at that warm temp.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I could go some KFC right now, actually.
Yeah, some car KFC.
Yeah. Linda, good morning. You were eating in the danger zone.
I was. Hi, Ben and Liam. Another sausage story. So I don't mind a bit of raw sausage before a barbecue.
Hang on. So, like beef sausages?
Yes.
So you eat beef sausages raw?
Yeah. Not the whole thing.
Why?
I just like the taste. It's nice and soft. My used to it as well.
That's so crook. I mean, I know there's like steak tartare, and it's like it's considered a delicacy.
But that's like
I think
a prime cut of beef,
and it's been prepared in such a way. I mean, just having like a
raw snag,
pre-barbie. God, that's crook. You'd be able to taste all the skin and and that's the end of the. If someone says,
"Ooh, sorry,"
the end of the Ben and Liam podcast. Ben is still thinking it's a good idea to watch videos whilst I'm trying to talk. I did
say what you got to say.
I did see one video. I don't know. Did you see the videos like inside the cinema? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So like,
I did see that. Yeah.
So like, Nova did some night where it was like everyone got
Nova's night at the movies.
Yeah, everyone
Tom
got to watch
Cruise,
Top Gun. We didn't go. So like they're
because we were in the house.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing that because I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I can get you some tickets.
Thanks, mate. Well, sometimes if we are at things or we can't make it or whatever, it's like a movie screening, we do like a little video and it's the same shtick. It's like, who's excited? Make some noise. We can't hear, which is always a risk because when you've pre-recorded a video like a couple of weeks before, if the crowd's interacting with it, funny. If not, then... But, like, I think someone
it's win-win because if they're interacting, great. If they're not, it's kind of funny. Yeah.
It's like we're being lame on purpose sort of thing. Well, and we don't have to try too hard to do that.
Yeah.
But I noticed in it, like, someone was recording the screen and it's like, round of applause if Ben's Goose.
Yeah.
Round of applause if I'm Maverick. And there was like a smattering of claps. And then I'm like, I'm pretty sure one of them died. I can't remember. And at the time, I was like, yeah, I genuinely couldn't remember. But I have now seen the name of the film.
Yeah.
And it's literally, it's like Top Gun Maverick. Like it's Tom Cruise was Maverick and he obviously didn't die because he's in it. So
so Goose
was the one who dies.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, to be honest.
You haven't seen the first one?
Nah.
Really?
So it's a sequel, not a remake.
Yeah, it's a sequel. Tom Cruise is in the sequel. I'm pretty sure, just from what I've seen, don't even think I've fully seen the trailer, but maybe he's training some of the younger people.
That makes sense.
Because he's like the fastest pilot in the land.
Yeah, in the galaxy.
Yeah.
And that'd be Han Solo.
Or Poe Dameron, from the newer films.
Yeah.
But
I think Han's got his number.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs.
Exactly.
So, and
actually,
in a bigger, sort of clunkier ship, the Millennium Falcon.
Just quickly thinking, we're talking about that. How our go-to for pre-recorded videos is always we pretend like we're engaging with the audience, but it's actually pre-recorded.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks, Liam and I have to host the yearly VIX Awards.
Right.
We should do that same shtick, and then we come on. You know what I mean? So to warm everyone up. Like, hey, everyone, this is awesome. We're going to be like, we've pre-recorded the entire MC duties.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed it goes well. Like, make some noise, and then obviously we'll come out.
It's so hard to do bits at something like.
I reckon it'd be pretty funny.
Yeah,
they'll have a big screen.
It's one of those, I think you do. Us hosting the VIX Awards for the Vapor Drop of the Year or whatever.
Most menthol in one drop. Yeah.
At least like they're probably going to hate us before we get up. You know what I mean? If you have in your head, this is nothing we're going to say here is going to be that funny.
Yep.
Like you just sort of like, I think then you're kind of bulletproof, aren't you? You just get up there and go, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
But just don't say strepsils at any point.
Yeah, but you probably will.
Yeah.
I can already predict it. You say it so much.
I was actually thinking of saying it as a joke. I'm saying if that.
I don't think it'll go down well.
So great to be here for strepsils. I mean,
I just don't think it'll go down well.
Well, I think it's happening in a couple of weeks, guys. So we'll let you know how the strepsils bit goes down.
See ya.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.